Hey, live leg day. It's going to be a little hybrid. We're doing some twisty. We're doing some in and out type of stuff. Not the burger. However, they are open for drive-through, so maybe get it afterwards. However, kind of like ribs down, that is what we're going to do. A little bit of ab action. A little bit of ab action. Sort of a hybrid between the twist day and the ins and outs leg day that we've already completed. Definitely an advanced routine today. Yet again, I'm looking at the little hit sheet, what we're about to do, and it's making the butterflies of anxiety wake up in my chest. Not to scare you, but to scare you a little bit. You need a towel. Briefly, we're not going to do a ton with the towel. We're kind of just going to start the game with it. It could be a t-shirt, it could be a sweater, it could be a blanket. We're not putting tension in the towel today, so don't worry about finding something that has some tensile tolerance. Back again with the alliteration. We do need a chair. Again, briefly, just for the warm-up, and probably not much beyond that. The ground, however, is the most important player in today's workout. I would recommend carpet. If you don't have it, get on something harder, concrete, but make sure you got shoes on. We will be jumping for all of the main work. It's all ballistics, all throws, jumps, launches. So prepare for that. And if that doesn't fit your mojo, then please go back to our previous leg day, which is the exact opposite of jumps. In fact, it's all super slow tempo, full range of motion lifting. And I got my guest Adam for that one. So please go back. Let me reference a number for you so I can be accurate. That was number 38. Workout 38. It's a good leg day to contrast this leg day if jumping isn't in your bill of interests today. Questions, concerns, or else we're gonna get right to it. I see in the comments somebody did their first standard push-up. Congratulations. Hopefully these workouts have helped. What else can I say? Shout out to 10 Planet Jiu-Jitsu. My loving hobby that I'm unable to practice right now. However, if you're a grappler, doing these workouts are great because I'm always thinking about specialty strength. You know, yesterday we worked the grip real hard, and whether or not you jiu-jitsu, you're gripping stuff in life. You know what I'm saying? You grip the keyboard to start this little live stream. You're gonna grip the door open later. Maybe grip the shower. Hopefully you're going to shower today or bathe in some fashion. That would be nice. Preferred, yes, if you have access to clean water, which if you're watching this internet stream, you probably do. Thankful for that. What else can I say? Shout out to Mike Cervantes. You all know him. He's been getting a project in the works at NBC News to showcase some of the ways that local businesses are, I'm not joking at that, I'm laughing at the comments right now about gripping groceries, yes. Mike is putting together some projects, how to show how local businesses are continuing to do their thing and how they will be cautious in the future upon reopening. We're lucky enough to be featured, so tomorrow he's going to do a little interview action, a little showcase on Nomad. And once again, it's because you're here, we're collective energy pooling into this community, and it's a scene now. It's a little thing we got going on. So it was noticed, and what we're doing has made a positive effect, which is the goal. Congratulations, we did it. Let's keep going. And we'll get to showcase what we're doing and hopefully open the channel up to be helpful for more people. Super cool, super exciting. Shall we work our legs, everybody? Hey, Kevon's at work. You can probably do some of this at work. You'll annoy your coworkers. Legs, like I said, towel, chair, floor that you're comfortable jumping on. If jumping isn't your bag, go to number 38. I think I said that was the one. Let's get it, okay? Let's get it. We're gonna get a little freaky first. We're gonna sit on the front edge of that chair. And we shall work the all-important tibialis anterior, the shin muscle. Do you even train shins, bro? You should. If your answer was no, that's about to change. I'm sitting way out in front, and then I'm bringing my heels back. Ideally, we have a deeper than 90-degree angle at the knee. This is gonna make the move extremely difficult without any extra resistance added, right? So nice and tall, a little bit forward, and the goal, make sure you can see it, is with the heels behind the knees, can we lift the toes at all? And it's difficult to see in the camera because it's such a small range of motion move. That's it. If I'm able to put my feet out, I can get a much bigger range of motion. Whatever. Let's crank these back. Let's challenge our mobility a little bit. And for 1 minute, we're gonna pulse. Make sure the heels are behind the knee so we get that extra difficult angle. If you're unable to pulse at all, then start moving the feet further away until where you can just barely get a lift. I just want like just enough airspace to slip a piece of paper underneath your toes. And that's gonna be it for 1 minute. Begin. 1 minute of pulsing. It should feel awkward and difficult and strange and almost unattainable. If it's too easy, slide the heels further back. And right off the bat, I'm starting to get some weird cramps, some weird feels in the front of the lower leg, the opposite of the calf group. We have the shins, the tibialis anterior, the shin splint muscle for runners, the straight ankle defense booting muscle for fighters. 15 seconds, not so bad. We will do it again. We'll do another round. Don't you worry. Starting to cramp, starting to lose control. And 3, 2, 1. Got it. Now we're up, nice and tall. I'm going to, like a real gentleman, cross my left leg tightly over my right leg. Left over right. Let me get this cross. And we're trying to be as narrow as possible. Think eagle pose from yoga. Not this type of cross, although that has its benefits. I'm making a tight, narrow cross. And some of you can even loop that front foot behind the front calf. Anyway, it's just there to facilitate some twisting. Left leg is over. Right hand will now go over that thigh. So now I'm beginning to create a big twist with my body. I'm going to use this hand, and I'm going to use this hand reaching out to twist as far as possible. Twist as far as possible. And create a little bit of internal resistance for yourself so you're not just wobbly in the gut, flopping open, but you're flexing and reaching as far as you can for that extra twist. Let's do 10 of those together. We'll do 10 on the other side. Again, left leg over, tall, right hand reaches outside the left thigh. So we're already twisting. Open up this arm, you get a little pec stretch at the same time, and twist and reach. 10. 9. Flex the gut the whole time. 8. Make it difficult for your arms. 7. To crank that stretch. 6. 5. Preparing for those twists. 4. 3. Good. 2. Awesome. And 1. Uncross. The right goes over the left now. We'll do the opposite direction. Get a nice tight narrow cross. Maybe even loop that front foot behind if you've got those skills. I don't quite have it. Nice and tall. Left hand goes outside the right thigh. Right arm goes behind us. The whole time flexing the belly. Let's get 10 of those forced twists. 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. One more minute of that tibialis work. Sit to the front of the chair, slide the heels back, those mini toe lifts, and 3, 2, 1 minute is on. Let's get it. The more repetitions, the better, so crank that speed up once you kind of figure it out. I'm looking at the camera, realizing my undergarments are twice the length of my shorts, wondering how that's even possible. Whew. Should be cramping, you got 30 seconds. Increase the rate a little faster with those toe taps. Shouldn't be able to move too big because we have those heels far back. Crank it, crank it, crank it, crank it. Step on the gas, step on the gas. Woo! 10 seconds left. Put some speed on it. Make the shins cramp up. And relax. Good. Stand up. We're going to use the back of the chair, the front of the chair, whatever suits you. For our speed skate stretch, this one's all about the inner thighs now. So I'm going super duper wide. I have a little bit of a toe angle, but it can't be too big because then it turns into just hamstring work. So let's think about a 45. And I'm using the weight on the chair, shifting to one side to get this big inner thigh stretch here. Stand up. Shift to the other side, get the big inner thigh stretch on the other leg. Stand up. Let me get the chair out of the way so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Hands on that chair. One side, inner thigh stretch. Come back up. Other side, inner thigh stretch. Come back up. So on and so forth. Let's hit this also for 1 minute. This one should be minimal effort. Nowhere near as uncomfortable as that little shin work we just finished. Really get deep into this one. We want to crank into the inner thighs so we can prepare them for some explosive work. We're going to do that same side lunge, plunge, the one-legged side jump that we did on the ins and outs day. I believe that was number 28 or 29. That was killer. Love that ins and outs work. Inner thigh, outer thigh is what I'm talking about. Adductors and abductors. Of course, side booty, the small glute, meat and min. Got to work all that stuff. The rotation muscles inside the hip. And relax. Good. We will do a little hip rock as the last piece of warm-up. 30 seconds per leg. I'm going to put it up on the chair now for the surface. And put the right leg on the surface, put the right hand on the right thigh. With the left hand, we're going to reach for the shoe. And we should feel that hamstring stretch now. We come up. The B move is the thrust. Disney plus and thrust. Back leg is straight. Front leg is up. Lift the torso. So now we're getting a hip flexor stretch on that back leg. Here. 30 seconds, back and forth. Begin. Reach. Get the hamstring stretch. Thrust. Get the hip flexors on the back leg. Reach. Hamster rings. The Disney plus and thrust. Hamster rings. Disney plus and thrust. Hamster engagement rings. Let's switch legs. Now I've got my left up on the chair. Left hand on the thigh. Reach with the right hand for the hamstring stretch. Come up. Thrust it up. You know what to do. Good flexor stretch right there. Reach and thrust. Reach and thrust. And we need all this stuff to prepare for the very intense work that's about to show up. I will give you one choice. We'll have a little intermission between the intro work and the main explosive work. I'll give you a choice whether we play a game in between those two or we wait to the end to play the game. So just know that that's coming for you. You'll be able to vote. Alrighty, first, we're on our back. These are also all 1 minute intervals. We're on our back. This one is called Toss the Pizza, and we'll do just that. I'm here. I've got my feet carrying the towel, like so. And all I gotta do is rotate the towel. And I don't care what direction, but it's gonna get awkward. We're gonna have to shoot our toes in on the towel, find these little gaps, and all we're doing is rotating it. You're gonna have to move your legs way up towards your chest and rotate, right? So just step after step. I don't care which direction it is. The goal is just get the feet moving in all these weird directions, get the toes moving, and distract us while our legs are in the air. Get a little ab work, get a little hip flexor work. So get your towel, get on your back, start tossing that pizza. We got 1 minute in 3, 2, begin. Toss the pizza. If you have shoes like me on, you're gonna get all stuck in the towel, which is great. It's gonna make it more awkward, more of a challenge. You have to move your feet more directions. This is probably easiest with socks. So might as well get shoes on, make it a little more difficult. I've got 1 rotation down. We're halfway through. Getting stuck a little bit. That's part of the process, right? Have some fun with it. 5 seconds. And it will stay on the floor, so don't go anywhere. Good. Toss the towel aside. Now we have a minute of long leg glute bridges. We're going to work the opposition groups from what we just did. So I'm way out here, the legs are almost straight, and my toes are up. And now I'm lifting the butt up off the floor and tapping it. Lifting it, tapping it, lifting it, tapping it. From the front, I do want a little bow out with the toes. So shouldn't be here perfectly, but it's going to be a little bit there. A little toe out to the sides, actually. All right, 1 minute there. You choose how fast. If you need a break, just put your butt down on the floor, real simple. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. These are glute bridges, but the variation is the legs are out much straighter than the usual glute bridge, much longer. So we get greater leverage, which means more force from the glutes. Of course, we trade that for range of motion. Look at how much smaller the range of motion is here than it is during the regular glute bridge. So we're making it heavier, but we're trading away some big range of motion stuff. 30 seconds left. You can protect your head and neck with a little cradle if it does feel a little sore after our headstand on Sunday. Mine feels it a little bit. See, I got the sweat going already. The shirt doesn't hide it very well. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Good. Next, we have side plank reps. You can use the chair. Totally fine to use the chair. In fact, I recommend it for the first round. So let's all put our arm on the surface, our forearm on the surface for round 1. Round 2, I'll go to the floor. You can choose to stay here, whatever you want to do. I don't care what side you start on, because immediately after this minute, we're flipping it to the other side. So here I got my forearm, I'm stacking my feet together. And the reps are dipping the hip, raising the hip, dipping the hip, raising the hip. Not a lot of movement. Again, it's a small range of motion. But the key is bending the hip, so we get dynamic work a little bit in the obliques, dynamic work on the outside of this leg and on the inside of that leg. That's carrying the weight. Very similar to what we did on ins and outs day the abductor dip, as we call it on the ab, right? Well, we go straight arm actually. Straight arm, dip, and push. Dip, and push. Notice I'm not letting the knees shift. They have a little bend, but they're staying squared up with the camera. It's this area that's the joint. Bending, bending. 1 minute begins in 3, 2, start. There's a little dip, a little side plank reps. These can be done, like I said, on the floor, with the forearm, with the straight arm. This one's feeling great, actually. We'll skip going to the floor for round 2. This feels perfect. I'm already getting a nice side of my gut burn. Oh yeah, that'll do it. Burn the gut. It's a nice long time to suffer. Oh, we'll be ready for the work though after this. There's our minute. Switch sides. Same work. Put that arm down straight. Stack the shoes up. And we're bending at the hip. All in the hips. It's all in the hips. Starting in 3, 2, begin. And we dip. You dip. I dip. We dip. You choose your speed. You choose your range of motion. My chair sounds like the Titanic. Oh, testing the IKEA structural integrity here. It's quite loud. And 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very good. Good stuff. Second round, we're on the floor. We're tossing that pizza again. Maybe you're going in the other direction. What to do? It's up to you. Toss the pizza in 5, 4, 3, 2. Toss it. Maybe you're moving the other direction. Did I already mention that? I think I did. Hands free, of course. Resist the urge to help. And I'm finding I'm already much more efficient now, round 2, figuring out the task. Developing a little technique. Because what fun is something you can do good the first time. So do well, you gotta use adverbs. Get tricky. Okay, relax. Good. Long leg glute bridges. With the feet splayed out a little bit. Nice and long. 1 minute begins in 3, 2, begin. And feel free to cradle the head if your neck is a little uncomfortable. You choose the speed. You also choose the length. Your legs could be straighter than mine or more bent than mine. Just make sure it's much longer than the usual glute bridge. Get yourself reaching. Reach, reach, reach it out. Squeeze that booty. Quarantine glute development right here. This is where it's at. Pulsing, pulsing. 15 seconds. And if you're a true savage, you won't put any weight down on the floor. You just tap it, just touch it. A little smooch. A little kiss on the cheek. We already played that joke last week. Back to side plank dips, side plank reps, however you want to call it. I'm still on that surface. Go to the floor if you want. But I'm liking the range of motion this one is providing for me. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dipping. See if we can get that Titanic sound out of the chair. Why only on the other side? Maybe it's a directionality thing. I'm for sure putting my hand in a different spot. That's gotta be it. And not only am I pressing down on the floor with the ground leg, but I'm pressing in, squeezing with the top leg so I can get that inner thigh working. Woo-hoo! I'm really feeling the gut. That side belly, the gillies, the riblets, the McRibs. It's got to be done soon. Help, please. That's it. Relax. Other side, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, now it's no sound. Gotta be the hand placement. A little knee bend in both knees. Just keep it soft. About close to straight. So that we stay long and have good heavy leverage. 30 seconds left. This one is pretty tricky, pretty challenging. But like I said, today's an advanced day. Fair warning. Oh, is this advanced? I don't know. It's killing me. Ten seconds. And relax. Good, good. One more time through all that. Toss the pizza. Hit the deck. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, begin. Pick a direction. Figure it out. Much more efficient. Third round than the first. And troubleshooting. We get the hips working and the ankles working in some strange ways. Five seconds. Finish that last rotation. Good. And that, my friends, is a tossed pizza done there. Long leg glute bridges. Perhaps you'd like to join me in elevating the feet. Your choice. This will allow a slightly larger range of motion and a little more targeted focus on the hamstrings. In 3, 2, begin. Still splaying the toes out. Feel free to cradle the head. And I'm dreading those side planks, but we got to do them one last time. "15 seconds. Keep working it. Get the good glute squeeze, get the good hamstring work. Keep developing your diligence. That's the real muscle at play here. Relax. Side planks are up next. I'm just going to swap my order for kicks. Go to the right arm first. In 3, 2, 1. Fingers out. Stack them. Squeeze in on that top foot. Arch to arch with some firmness. Seconds. Major gut work. And I'll ask you in a second in the comments what you felt the most here. For me, it's right around that love handle. Right at the kettle chips right there. The jalapeno kettle chips. 10 seconds. Ooh. Help me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. Last piece of the intro work before we get crazy with our ballistics. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get in. Stack and lift. Stack and lift. I will say I've become much more accustomed to 1 minute and 2 minute explorations during these home workout series. Instead of the all standard 15, 30, 45 seconds. These longer intervals are kind of nice. Good for this. "15 seconds. Last time on these side planks. Woo. Good. Chair goes away, but keep it nearby because you may need to crumble into something and cry. Cool. How was that? How did it feel? What did you feel in those side planks? Was it side booty? Was it inner thigh on the top leg? Or was it like me? The kettle chip storage facility, right above the love handle. We're gonna save the game for the end. Or should we do it now? Let's save it for the end. If we have anything left, which we might not. Oh yeah, for sure. The arms and the shoulders, just from holding it there. That a lot of endurance with that. I mean, the palm of my hand too was painful. For the end, okay, Jeff confirms. All right, let me show you one by one these little jump variations. They're gonna get strange. First one we've done before on twist day. It's the jump with the rotation in the air. And you can choose how much rotation. It can be 90, it can be 180, it can be 360. I'm gonna try the 360 because I wanna create as much twisting pressure as possible. The way we do it, wrap your head around this theory first before we get cracking. We do the arm swing on the jumps, right? So that the momentum of this stuff is already moving upward right before we take off from the ground. So that's going to add to our motion in that direction. How we create a rotation in the air is same facility. However, instead of up direction, we want to rotate direction. So as we're ascending in the jump before we leave the ground, we're turning the body towards the direction we want to twist, so that here up already has rotational momentum. And then the second we take off with our regular leg jump, the lower body's doing the exact same stuff it does with a vertical jump. The upper body's rotating so that we take off. And what's going to happen in the air? We follow the momentum of the upper body and we turn around. We need to be super careful with the landings, because then we're going to absorb that twisting and be gentle on the knees. So if your knees don't love it, consider doing less rotation, maybe not the full 360, or just do vertical jumps. Or, like I said, go back to session, I already forgot what it was, 38. The last leg day we did, that was this nice slow leg day. But here, looks like I need to shift the camera a little bit. Give me a moment here. Give me some patience. Good. From here, as I go for the vertical jump, I'm twisting in one direction. And look, both hands now go to one side. This is that same posture we did in the warm-up. Both hands on one side, torso twisted. The knees don't twist or rotate. They stay square. Imagine two different machines happening, two different mechanics happening. The legs are doing their standard jump. It's the upper body that's doing that twist and rotation. So try to isolate yourself so you don't end up doing some big full body knee twist situation. Here, I jump and I twist. So when I take off, my upper body's already doing that rotation. Practice a couple slow-mo ones with me. And to add a little trick, as soon as you hit the air, you can always bring the arms in. Also, that's going to add to your rotation speed. And let's give it a shot, maybe just 90 degrees first. And then we should land now with the other twist. Jump, land, jump, land. All right, try a couple. 360. Other direction. 360. Make sure you know what's around you, your hazards, and the quietest, gentlest landings. We're going to start with 8 repetitions. So twisting in one direction, 8. The other, 7. The other, 6. Let's go. We're not on the clock. We're just moving smoothly. Pick a side to start with, and you choose your degree of twist, and I'll count them out loud. Here we go. 8. Pause. 7. Pause. 6. Pause. 5. Pause. 4. Pause. 3. Pause. 2. Pause. 1. Pause. Sweet. Major quad work. Starting to feel that torsion from here. Now we have the side lunge, plunge. Super wide. Big toe angle. I'm going to keep one leg straight. The other one's going to dip. And this is a decent lineup. I don't need to go super low. If I'm too narrow, that knee is going to get too cranked. We don't want that angle too much. That's going to be a little bit better. So open it up. Big toe angle, like I said. Stiff to this one, turn it into a stilt. We dip and jump. And absorb and jump. Look at the toes pointed, and then the toes are the first thing to touch the ground. So we have a couple more joints to airbag absorb. Let's get 8 on that leg of your choice. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2, 1. Other leg, same exact action. Now this one is a stilt, and this one is working dynamically. Lean and push. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, you hear my breath getting challenged. There's a cardio effect coming in. Third and final thing in the sequence, probably the most complicated. It's a one-legged jump, and we're going to try to travel forward and backward with it. The checkpoints are 2 hands on the floor, jump, land, 2 hands on the floor. One leg is free the whole time. So essentially we're starting with a one-legged deadlift. I don't worry so much about this extension today. Hands on the floor, I'm coming up to the jump, use my arms, walk, don't walk, travel forward. Even if it's a half foot, we're gonna travel forward. Land, hands on the floor. Come up, travel backward, hands on the floor. Travel forward, hands on the floor. 8 jumps on that single leg. Be super careful with the landings. Understand what's around you. We're all gonna fail a couple of these. Let me show you a few so you can get a feel for it. Starting here, jump. Here, jump back. Here, jump forward. Here, jump back. Here, jump forward. Here. So you see the forward and backward mechanics are slightly different. On the forward, we can use that free leg a little bit. I would say mostly focus on your landings for that one. 8 of them. First leg, let's go. Take your time, be safe in your space, and say no thanks if you have to. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Major work on that quad on the standing leg. Let's try the other leg. Same work. Hands on the floor. Swing. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, wow. That's 8. Yeah, the jump back is a little simpler. We'll figure it out as we go. Just like tossing the pizza. I feel you guys. That was 8. Here goes 7. 360s or 180s or whatever. Pick a side to start with. It's an odd number. We'll have an odd balance. So be it. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Side lunge plunge. 7, pick a side. Go. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other leg. Stilts. Bend. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Forward and backward on one leg. Pick a side to start with. Touch the hands to the floor every rep. Here we go. 7. Don't worry about height. 6. Just move. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Other leg. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Perfect. Second round complete. Take a sip if you want. Because next we start the 6s. And I think you see the pattern at this point. 360s. Give me 6. Here we go. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Side lunge. Begin. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Mamma mia. Other leg. Nice and wide. Still. 6. 5. 4. 3. Push out. 2. 1. One leg jump. 6. Touch the floor. Be careful with your fingers here. Try not to smash down too hard. If you need to, crumble to the floor always. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Other leg. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. I think I said something like, this will be a little more advanced. I think that's accurate at this point. Hopefully you're convinced. And the sets get shorter. 5s next. Start with the 360. One at a time, little pause in between. 5 reps. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Side lunge. Wide is good. Push out. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Other leg. 5. Push. 4. Get that jump. 3. Keep the other leg straight. 2. Point the toes. 1. One-legged jump. 4 backward. 5 of them. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Other side. Begin. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Perfect. Not too advanced. Whoever said that, jump higher. Land quieter. You know who I'm talking to. I see you. I don't need to name names. Died. 360s, 4. We're now in the home stretch. Minimal rest from here on out. Make these quality, shorter sets. Each rep should get a little bit more of your vigor. Go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Side lunge. 4, 3, 2, 1. We should be feeling sticky now, like the muscles don't want to work anymore. 4, 3, 2, 1. One-legged jumps. 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. 360s. 3, 3, 2, 1. Definitely failing. Side lunge plunge. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. One-legged jump. 3, 2, 1. Other side. 3, 2, 1. 360s. 2. Go. 2, 1. Side lunge. 2, 1. Switch. 2, 1. One-legged jumps. 2, 1. Other leg. 2, 1. 360. Pick a side. 1. Side lunge. 1. Switch. 1. One-legged. Go forward. 1. Other leg. Go forward. Last jump today. 1. Oh. 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 Ah. Damn. How's that for leg day? High five with the foot. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Cheers. I'll second that. Oh. Yes. Great. Great. I'll give you one shot at the game. One shot. We worked pressure on all sides of the hip. So remember, we did toss the pizza, that's hip flexor, lower abs.
front side. We then did the long leg glute bridge, back side. We did those side plank reps, sides and side. We did the side lunge plunge, more outside, pushing out those 360s, hip rotation. One leg front and back, more handling front side and back side. So you got 360 circle of tension around the hip and all the muscles involved. So to take a tour, a little 360 tour, or tour, if I may, let me break you down to my level. Oh, welcome, good to see you. Fancy meeting you here. And a little more. Okay, to give the leg a little tour, like I said, we're gonna treat the foot as if it were a wheel to roll around. And we're gonna ride on all edges of it. One at a time. This would be an edge, this would be an edge, this would be an edge, that would be an edge. America, baby. And finally, there. We're gonna do a little tumble. Let's first do it with 2 feet, just to understand what our hands are doing. And be very, very careful with the hands. Never pressure with the elbows turned out. Only pressure with the fingers turned out. Big tall chest the whole time. So when I'm on 2 feet, this is the little tutorial, the learner version. We'll start here, and the butt stays off. I'm gonna turn, and this is the hard part, bringing the hand back behind you and return to normal. And then of course we'll hit the other direction. Try a couple circles there. Make sure your arms can handle it. And then we're gonna do the one-legged version. The Breakdance Hip Circle 360. Motherfucker. Are we ready? If you'd like to see it, I'll show you one right now. But like I said, turning from the front again to the back is the hardest part because we're blinded to where the hands go. Okay. This little diagonal angle might be good. I'm going to start. This leg is just free floating. I'm up. Start by going side of the foot, forward toe. Inside edge of the foot, reach behind, and on the heel again. Hips off the floor the entire time. And now we'll reverse the circle, go back home. Inside edge, both hands. Toe, outside edge, heel. See if you can get a 360 and come home with the 360 on the leg. That's the challenge. I just showed you, I'm gonna do it on my other leg, and then I'll give us like another minute to play around with it before we sign off. Say our goodbyes and our see you laters. Here's a front view so you can see the exact action of the holding pressure on my foot. Come up. Inside edge, switch the hands. Put the feet through, weave, toe, outside edge. Now here's the hard part. Smooth back to the heel. We're making those little circles. 1 minute on the timer. Keep having fun. Try to do it smoothly, without speed. That last one I just showed was kind of momentous. So let's try and slow it down and have some control instead. Also, the longer the leg, the harder this will be. So if it's out straight, I'll have the greatest challenge. Whoa. And there's our 1 minute of fun. Very nice. That was monstrous. Loved it. Woo! Thank you.
That was killer. What a way to spend my day. I appreciate it. Good to connect. I gave a little speech about we're opening for donations yesterday. It's tough to ask, but the goal is to obviously be here when this is all done, so we can continue to do what we do, and so we can stay open right now. Not open, but open as in we can turn the lights on, I can unlock the door, I can turn on the internet and stream for all of us. I believe most of the people I'm talking to live right now are already very generously supporting by continuing memberships. That's serious. I'm super grateful for that, and that's going to keep us alive for sure. But we do now have that donate button on the homepage, and any amount is for sure tangibly helpful every single day for us. So if I see a $1 donation, it's going to make me smile big. It's going to make my day. And at the least, get in here, do these workouts. If you're watching us later today, after this live stream, we love you for being here. We love you for being alive. We love you for getting after it, no matter what's happening in life, and letting other people around you see that process so they get inspired too, to keep doing it, keep staying positive. That's what we can do as individuals. Maybe we can't change anything systematically on a broader scale, but every decision you make, everything you show and share, it's going to help that next person, and then they're going to pass it on, and so on and so forth. You know how it goes. It's a domino effect. So keep being leaders of goodness and of progress right now. We got some great donations yesterday after announcing, and already super helpful. Much appreciated. Thank you so much. That's the best thing to read, for sure. As shitty as this whole situation is, I have been made by you guys to feel amazing. The fact that we can still get together and connect and do all this stuff, and these challenges aren't stopping you. The life challenges aren't stopping you from doing your shit. It's amazing. And it's my mission to help people do that. Because challenges come and go, and we can't predict them, and some are hard, some are not hard, some are in our control, most of them are out of our control. So the key is to just arm ourselves with the weapons we need to blast away at our goals in any situation. That's the whole thing. That's Nomad, right? That's our whole mission, is the more tools we develop that are more versatile, whether it's the scope of fitness or not. That's the whole thing. So it's funny, like, I love memes. I love memes on Instagram. And so many of them are about like all the gains getting lost, and oh, the gym is gone, and oh, this is how soon you're gonna start to atrophy and all this shit. I don't like that approach. Our approach is, I don't care if the gym is gone or closed. I don't care if we don't have equipment. We're gonna find a way to do it how we do everything. And we're doing it. So, thank you. That's all I got. I mean, that's like you helping us accomplish our purpose and proving that it's a real deal. It's a real thing that we can keep hammering away no matter what's going down. So keep doing it. You're inspiring the hell out of me. And I guarantee you somebody else in your life is seeing this, or hearing about it. So speak on it, share it, talk about it. You don't have to mention us and the company and the donation stuff, and you don't have to say any of that, or our names, or go to this YouTube. You don't have to do any of that stuff. Just say, I had a killer workout today. I spent an hour doing my thing, making myself better in the midst of all this shitstorm. That's the inspirational part. So put that word out there. Share that for your family and friends and your neighbors and your community, because we all need that leadership. You're the ones. Thanks for letting me help facilitate that process. Love you guys. Thanks for donations. Thanks for support in any way, moral, your presence here, finance, anything goes a long way. Let's keep spinning the good. See y'all.